Hey guys, what's going on? It's Matt here. A little bit of a story and then a little bit of noise. So about 4 months ago, I was perusing YouTube. Was very bored. I came across this documentary about Tom Scholz of Boston. In the documentary, he takes you through his home studio. You see all of his Scholz R&D, Rockman, amplifiers and recording equipment. And then there is a part of the video where he starts talking about and showing this pedal that he created that I didn't even know it existed, called the Hyperspace pedal. And this is the pedal that he created to get all the cool spaceship sounds that he's famous for in a lot of the songs, probably like Long Time, for instance. And I was immediately intrigued. I've always really been into the self-oscillation delay effect, the spaceship sounds, the ray guns, etc., so on. So I immediately was, driven to try and find a way to get one of these pedals. Did some more further research, and he never made one to go on the market. He just made them for himself, and nobody ever made one. So I was really kind of freaked out by that. I figured somebody's gonna want this. It's kind of a cool sounding pedal. There were a few guys out on YouTube that did make them. So I put the feelers out on Facebook saying, hey, has anybody ever heard of this? Can someone make one? And of course, this guy named Jimmy Photon, who I'm friends with on Facebook but never met before, said, that's easy. You take a delay port and you put it in a wah, blah, 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 blah. And I said, all right, you're on. And we communicated back and forth right around Christmas time. And I found a guy who was selling a crybaby for $24. So I took the pedal, I bought it off him, and took it home, and said we got to clean this thing up and make it look like something other than a crybaby. And I chose traffic cone orange. I think it looks pretty cool. And disassembled it, painted the bottom, so it's kind of like a roto vibe but a different color. And all it is a crybaby. And I finally nailed Jimmy down to a time and date where we can get this thing done. And he was going to have me buy a delay board, but instead he said, let's try using a couple of cheap Dan Electro Fab Echo pedals. Get two just in case I screw them up. And he screwed one of them up, but that's all right. It was about 7 hours in his basement this past Saturday, excuse me. And way to go, Jimmy. He did it. It's quite an interesting pedal. I still think it's a little bit of a work in progress. Now, inside this pedal is the delay board and the two pots. And I've not really played with it. I've actually played with this pedal once, and that's it. So I'm going to go set it up, and we're going to play with it and let you know what it sounds like. So what Jimmy basically did is he took the board out, he wired it to automatically self-oscillate, because that pedal is really nothing more than a slapback echo. He wired up his pot in there, potentiometer. It took him a long time because it's a very small board and very difficult to work with, but kudos to Jimmy because he got it done. And it sounds pretty cool. I just need to play with it a little bit more and see what I can do with it. But I'm going to stop the video now, move on to the next piece so you can see what it sounds like, and we'll go from there. All right. We're hooked up. I am playing my Les Paul Gold Top with humbuckers through this Randall. I'm not overly familiar with this amp. I just got it. And it's kind of set for a semi-clean tone. Okay, so if I click this thing on forward, it's just going to start oscillating immediately. So this is not a pedal that you're going to use a lot unless you really want to piss off your audience. But in the middle of a guitar solo, it would really be cool to. So as you can see, as soon as I hit it down, it starts to oscillate. And if I kick it in and then back it off, then I've got, well, no oscillation. I can play. And then if I do stuff like... Now, I don't know if you can see my foot, but I'm going to start bringing it down a little bit, and it'll speed up as I bring my foot down. Bring my foot back, I slow it down. So yeah, the foot is basically controlling the speed. And then if I, rock it back and forth, I get all kinds of really cool stuff. There's not a lot of musicality to it, more for an effect, but it does sound really cool. Now we're going to mess with the dirt sound. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Run for your lives, the aliens are coming! Now if you had another delay to let that tail off, and I do that, that would sound cool. Alright, there you have it. I'm pretty happy. It's a pretty cool pedal. It's going to make a great addition to my pedal board. Obviously, again, not a terribly musical pedal, but definitely a great pedal to freak the audience out with and just make some noise. Lots of fun. Again, super thanks to Jimmy Photon for coming through on this one. This is the first time I met the guy. Super stand-up. A lot of fun to hang out with and talk with. Great guy whose brain you can pick. Look him up if you're interested. He hopefully would be able to help you out. And not only that, but he's really good with making a lot of really neat pedals. He showed me some of the stuff he's made. The Ludwig Phaser was just total ass kicking. I'm out. Hope you guys had fun. Matt Stanco. Hope you enjoyed the Oscillation Nation. And I'll hopefully see you around.